Good morning, y'all. Corn time, having a little coffee. Here to talk to you today about clay pipes. Pardon me, I shut down eating breakfast. I'm sitting on the front veranda, the gazebo, and the road's right there, so we're gonna get some traffic, which is gonna be kind of fitting because with today's video, because we're going to be talking about clay pipes. Why does noise have to do with clay pipes? Like a lot of things in our lives today, people always want the newest, the latest, the greatest, the biggest, magnum opuses, their giant briars and this morning I am smoking some Peterson's Sweet Killarney. Sweet little Killarney now. The day after the St. Piran's feast day, patron saint of Cornwall. This is a Sunday after. Sweet Killarney is a nice smelling tobacco. Anyways, back to clays. I went through the videos. I've been smoking clays off and on since the 1980s. I did living history, and that's what got me into clay pipes. And we'd buy some cutties, we'd smoke for the weekend. Within about 2 weeks, if not by the end of the weekend, and things been broken because we're bopping around and all kinds of stuff. So I didn't really take clay smoking seriously. When I got back into heavier into pipe smoking, I picked up some clays. And it reminded me of actually how good of a smoke they really are. And I've noticed that the majority of the videos out there that people are doing about clays, the guy's got a brand new clay. He's like, let's try this out. So he's not a clay smoker. I think there's one or two guys who've got clay pipes, been smoking clay pipes for a while, and you can tell in the pipes. Now, one of the guys who had the new pipes said, well, as far as cleaning it, well, I don't know, they get burnt around the top and they change colors, so does the meerschaum. And the thing of this is an affordable meerschaum, because this pipe, I've had probably about 10 bowls through it, and you see the stem very darkening up. No, that's not from my hands. That is from the tar and nicotine tar getting absorbed into the clay rather than into your mouth. A clay, generally, unless you're smoking a short stubby, won't really give you so much tongue bite, because the spittle coming down here from your mouth is once again being absorbed into the clay because it's porous. Now, if you have a clay pipe that has got a modern tip on it, which old German clay makes them, good smoking pipes, but because you have that modern plastic material, it's going to allow your spittle to go down with the heat of smoke coming up, turning into steam, tongue bite. So, and you'll have gurgling. Don't have gurgling on a full clay pipe. Now, when you get your pipe, one thing I suggest doing, if you notice that, oh, it's with the tip. Ew, that's disgusting. You blow a bugger up. No. Beeswax. Because clay, when you first start smoking, it will start sticking to your lips, and that is kind of annoying. Doesn't feel all that good. So, it's, So when you get your clay pipe, put cut a small piece of a pipe cleaner, stuff in, bend it over so it doesn't get lost in there, and melt up some beeswax. Maybe take a, like I did with this one because I don't have a pot handy for this time. Take a beeswax candle over some plastic or something, get a good puddle on it, and just melt it on over. Give it a chance to cool off, then scrape off the excess, and works well in your mouth. These are not pipes to clench in your teeth. It's interesting, they've dug up skeletons of folks from graves who, from the 18th and 19th century, common folk, folks would be smoking a cutty because it was very cheap, and they can tell exactly where they smoked their pipe because it's a perfect hole, because clay is coarse and kind of like a sharpening stone. In fact, I've been known to finish my sharpening on my knives on pieces of clay. So imagine what that can do to the inside of your mouth, to your teeth, I mean. And that's going to be, of course, for years and years and years. Not you buy one of these, start smoking, doesn't mean you're going to wear out your teeth. Don't clench it also. Now, when you're smoking them, it's going to get hot here. Usually when I'm smoking it, you just stick it between your fingers. That's it. So anyway, so let's load this little puppy up. This, by the way, is a Bisphenitt from old German clay. I'm looking at figuring out how I could get some molds made up here in the Philippines. Because I'm thinking about getting back, and I made clay pipes a while back in Kentucky, but they were hand rolled, and all I had to fire them was a bonfire, and they didn't fire all that great. It smoked pretty good, but majority of them broke. I had about a solid 30% of them exploded in the fire. So I want to get a couple molds made and get a propane furnace, kiln, and because this is the other thing about a clay pipe. Meerschaums, which are top shelf. Meerschaums are the it pipe. That's true. They've always have pretty much been. They've always been extremely expensive. On the other end of that spectrum, before briar became popular, was the clay. Clay was very inexpensive. In fact, clays a lot of times came loaded with tobacco already in them. And went up to a bar at the end of the day, and you're a beggar or a prostitute or a pickpocket or whatever, you're able to scrape up enough money. You walk in and get a pint and a pipe. A pint of stout, porter, whatever, that was your food for the day. The pipe helped you calm down your nerves, your stress for that day. And that was your nourishment through the day, at the end of the day. So, a little history on that. But they were cheap. I mean, Britain made them by the billions, packed them on ships, sent them all over the world. Well, the clay pipe fell out of favor because people got more money. And these things, they will break easily. You have to be genteel. You can't beat it around like you would a briar or even a corn cob. In fact, corn cob was American clay, I think. But here in the Philippines, the majority of folks, they ain't got a lot of money. They ain't got much money, and some of them don't have hardly any money at all. So I think clay pipes would be a better sell for folk here. And if they take care of the pipe, it saves them money. They can buy the tobacco in the wet market. Learn to blend, kind of like our ancestors used to do. So I think it's a pretty good idea. Anyways, so, but as you smoke it, tar coming down, reading up here, just like on a meerschaum. Okay? And it will work its way into there. In fact, while you're smoking, it'll get darker. And the more you smoke the pipe, I've seen one guy, he did the other video, he was smoking, his would get absolutely black. And I've had some of mine do that. They get absolutely black along here while you're smoking. After the smoke cool down, it kind of goes back to a dark gray. So that's the tar coming down in there. So, just like this puppy up. Show you a little trick with clay pipes. Heat rises. So we learned this with some cutties. You know, when you're at work. But it does kind of help once you get your pipe going good. Turn it upside down. Oh, the ash is going to fall out. Well, usually cutties were used by workmen, so you weren't wearing like clean clothes anyways. But kind of helps keep the pipe lit a little better, a little longer at times. Clay in the morning, baby. But anyways, probably one of the best smokes. I'd put a smoke from a clay in quality and taste, of course, depending on what tobacco you're smoking. But I put it right there next to a meerschaum, neck and neck. And some clays can be really beautiful. You're going to have inconsistencies like this one here. So the stem got a little kink in it right there. These things come out of the mold, they're wet. They're set up and dried. And they dry how they're set. You notice it's got a seam here, it's got a seam on the bottom. That's the two sides of the mold come together. So, but clay is well worth considering. Everyone should have at least one or two clays in their collection. And anyway, so check them out. That's all the Smoking Hair has for you today. Stay smoky, my friends. Bye-bye.